Hello everyone! I'm going to explain some lines on the Jababa London system, what we actually already created with Danya. Let me show to you some very popular answers in the beginner level. Alright, so we are playing d4. If just people, chess players, will play e6, g6, c6, d6, b6, b5, I don't know, f5, not knight f6 and d5 moves, who will get the control of the center. Then you will just play to e4, guys. And, for example, g6, e4. You already controlling the center. It will be a different position and different opening, but that's what we're trying to get. So we're trying to get advantage from the opening. If black will not control the center, you will get better position from the opening. Even after e6 and get the French, in the highest level of chess, usually they're not playing this opening because position already will be very hard to play for black and more like close and bad bishop and c8. So this is why black's playing d5 or knight to f6. For example, knight f6, knight, we are going knight to c3, d5, and bishop b4. Bishop f4, I'm sorry. Bishop f4, this move is, now it's a Jababa London system, not like in somewhere else. What's the main idea in the bishop f4? So we are going to play knight to b5 in this position. So it's been possible, we're going to play that. In the beginner's level, their coaches, teachers, teach them develop pieces immediately. This is why a lot of games you can just check in the database, on the Lichess database, or even the Mega database. You can see the knight c6, really popular move in this position. But knight c6, it's already losing in this moment. This is why this opening really good for beginners. And I made this many times. My students who just played that opening against them played knight c6 really often. And every time they blunder knight to b5. And position already losing for black. So for example, if, so now I'm just attacking pawn c7, you must protect it. I don't know what's level in my chat right now and the Twitch. Probably people who already play chess long, like more than years, and for them they understand it. It's not good, and they will never play like that, like knight c6. But for beginners, they hard to recognize that idea knight to b5, because usually people more often playing e4, not d4. So after knight b5, black doesn't have opportunities here. They must play e5, not to lose the rook. For example, if they play a6, you just taking pawn on c7, it's a fork, and after king d7, just taking rook and a8. And white is definitely winning in this moment. Yeah, I just saw some games when people just play king d7, they thought, oh, I'm protecting this pawn, but in this moment you can even take with a bishop, and nobody just protected. So after take, I'm just taking. Trust me, even some games I played against strong grandmasters who played a knight c6 in that moment, and after knight b5 they played e5. And now you have a choice. Yeah, that's one time mistake. I fully agree with you, but when you play the online chess, you are usually not playing with the same opponent more than like 5 or even 6 games. You're playing 1, 2 games, maybe 4, okay, but usually if it's a tournament, you're playing once against one person. So if you are beginners, you will meet it in your level really often. Okay, e5, that's correct moves here. So you can take with bishop or with pawn. I can recommend to you just take with bishop. That's more solid move. But if you will play, for example, in the Blitz, after d takes e5, very popular the answer is a knight to e4. But after knight e4, you can probably already know the answer, but I give to you just a couple seconds to find the best answer for white in this moment. That's very popular idea, and we got it. That's ideas in the Alekhine defense. Some of that, yeah, that's queen takes to d5, like skadoosh now, and after takes we are taking on c7. It's a triple fork, and we just back our queen, and now we up 3 pawns in absolutely winning position. So the correct answer for black, it's a knight h5 or even a6 in this moment. But after knight h5, of course, you cannot take on d5 right now because it's your bishop under attack. So you just can play e3. After traded, you will get the pawns up. But still, of course, black some chances has here. So this is why I can recommend for you more to play bishop to e5. Just looks really more solid in this position, because after knight e5, d takes e5, black must to find really strong move. It's a6, because usually when your piece under attack, you just really try to run somewhere with this piece. So move it. But if you will move this, will happen again. For example, knight g4, I am going to take the queen takes d5, and the same idea. So position after knight c6 definitely is losing now. I hope that's clearly understandable in this position. So knight b7, this is same. So it could happen because people, some of them just make pre-move knight b7. They expect that bishop g5, not bishop f4, and after bishop g5, the correct move is a knight to bg7 and protect the knight. A couple times happened in the really high level against me. They played the knight to bg7. I can actually check and say to you how many games that's happened in online chess. Give me a second, please. I will say to you that knight c3, d5, bishop f4. So knight c6, give me a second to back, happened 1,200,000 times. Almost the most popular answer, it's a knight c6. Wow. Just wow. That's already how many games white could win. The most popular answer is a6. In the second spot, it's a knight c6, and but this is losing. Oh my goodness. Wow. I am really surprised. I remember when we just made it. You can check it. It's a Lichess database. But I forget counting that. Knight bd7 happened 32,000 times. Yes, e6, the most popular answer, c5, a6. Every this line, we analyze that, and the other chess course, guys. You can write a chess. You can write a course in the Twitch command course, and you will get the link for that. So if you are watching me in the YouTube, for example, it will be below in stream, the link there. We found perfect lines, very strong there, and very powerful. So another option, what happening so really often too in this position, it's bishop to g4, because knight b to d7, like I said, it's same idea, knight to b5, and you can't stop me to take it. So for example, if e5, I'm just taken and pawns up. So for example, bishop to g4. Why people just playing bishop g4? Are there big difference in the Niemann or Ginger Kurzabava? Yes, everything almost different. Because we bought the course on Niemann, we checked that course. I don't want to say nothing bad words for that course, but that more engine moves there. In our course, we gave lines more humans and understandable lines. We didn't put on the course only engine lines. First, we had it recognized by ourselves. After that, we analyzed that and said, oh, for people, for example, it could be very hard, and we don't want to give that line because that's impossible to understand idea like that. So that's why we analyzed by ourselves, and of course we use the most powerful engine, but we work like together, grandmaster and engine. Because if you just look in an engine, you will never understand the position. You must understand ideas, why we move there. Engine will never say to you that, never. That's why people don't understand how to play, for example, Alekhine defense. Because in the engine say that it's I don't know the different word, like a shit opening, you know? I'm sorry for that, but yeah, engine just destroy that. But when you play him, just white doesn't know what to do. They understand that it's better, but what to do they don't know. And Jababa London, exactly the same. That's very hard to find good moves in that variations, what we put in our course. Bishop g4 in this position, you know, it's kind of more blitz move and bullet move. Like they wait, expected move e3 immediately, and for example, he played e3, so they just took the queen. Bishop g4 played 1,200,000 times, and e3 happened 6,000 times in this position. Wow. Of course, e3 is losing, but bishop g4, it's not good. They probably expect more knight f3 in this position, but then yes, just bishop going to take an f3, and now you will get double pawns. So yes, you have two bishops advantage, but it's definitely not enough. So I'm just playing e6, position still not opened at all, and my knights, for example, knight to d7 next, position will be equal. So this is why we recommended to play f3 in this moment, with tempo attacking the bishop. So for example, bishop to h5, immediately play the g4 and continue to attack and develop our pawns and pieces opened, for example, bishop in that side, and controlling more space in the king side. So bishop going to g6, we are playing the h4, now it's an idea to play h5 and trap the bishop in g6. So this is why black played h6. So h5 is almost losing immediately. So h5, I'm just playing g5. You can't go on d7 because you will lose the pawn on d5. So you must play like knight h7 or knight g8. But when you moved back with your knight, now we have full control of the center. So even just e4, and look at this position. So we are controlling center, controlling the king side. Our bishop looked there, and we already opened this one bishop. So just going to play queen d2, then long castle. Yeah, and the queen d2 could be good. So that's why h6. Then we are playing e3. So we're going to trade bishops. e6, bishop d3, bishop takes d3, and now we will take a queen to d3. Very popular question is where exactly we have to take with pawn and when we have to take with queen. So we are taking a pawn when our king side still not open like that. So for example, our pawn being in the f2, g2 and h3, we have some lines like that. Then we take it with pawn and we're going to play there in the queen side. This is why we take the pawn. In this moment, our king side already opened, and after bishop d6, we can't exactly play in the queen side. We must play in the king side. This is why we are taking queen d3 in this moment. In some position, we are threatened move the queen b5, but main idea is it will be push the pawn g. So for example, g5, not immediately, but we are just preparing to move g5 later, like happens soon. So bishop d6, we are just playing knight g2. For example, if people will take, just black will take, you will take a knight to f4. You're still controlling more space in the center and the king side. Knight b to g7, we are long castle. Don't play, of course, in the short castle because king side already opened. So long castle and move g5. It's unstoppable idea. You can't stop that. So for example, c5, we are playing just g5, and you cannot take me because it's already losing immediately. After trade, you have only one square in g8 and just rook to h8, making pin. It's over. And if you play it immediately knight g8, we just playing g6. And destroy every now pawn structure on the king side in black, and position it's losing for black. So they even couldn't recognize what happened, where's my mistake, what did I do wrong, but I am already losing. And many position in this opening like that. People can't understand what exactly and where we made a mistake. So I made logical moves, I just developed the pieces and I lost. So yeah. That's exactly how this opening worked. That's a little information of all our course. So it's like less than 1% of all information. That's a lot of just moves there, words explanation there, and I hope that will improve your chess skill and will help to you destroy everyone with the white color. And you can check my statistic in that. I can show to you. And don't forget, usually I'm playing against stronger grandmaster. We can see I played 7,000 times d4, and for example knight f6, knight c3, d5, bishop f4, and my statistic is after bishop f4, 72% I won games and 22% I lost. So 72% I won against stronger grandmaster. I played that against Magnus Carlsen, against Hikaru Nakamura, against Grishuk, Vashtila Graf, Wesley So, and I beat them all in this opening. Once or more than once time. And for example, last 2 times what I played against Hikaru, we played a match. I beat him 2 times there. And in Arena Kings, I got winning position from the opening because that's very tricky opening. And we found beautiful new lines in this pretty good opening. I'm really enjoying when I played it.